So maybe from before we go deeper on into this, I think it's important to maybe talk, just for a minute about the sort of that distinction between the social ads, things that you run on Meta, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, um, versus Google ads that people may, or YouTube search ads or stuff like that, where people bucket all of the ads into one bucket of those are ads, where in reality I think they are completely different beasts, those things. So could you maybe talk a little bit about that, about those different sort of types of ads and different purposes of those ads that you like to try, specifically in the B2D um you know area.
Yeah. So it's a good question. First of all, I think that the main distinction is between paid search and paid social. That's because Reddit ads, LinkedIn ads, and Facebook ads, each channel has its own uniqueness, but they act very similarly. The path to win in those channels is similar. In paid search, it's a completely different story.
Like I think it's an interesting sort of concept of like 70% of devs, like where do they hang out? Nowhere. It's like
Well,
at work.
they, they probably hang out on Instagram
Hmm.
and
Yeah, yeah.
they
In their
watch
free time.
fitness videos or cat videos
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And that's why I think that when working with dev tools companies, Instagram is the best network.
Hmm. Interesting. That's
The-
interesting. Let's unpack it. I I haven't heard that ever yet. So I love this, and I haven't. We experimented with with Meta and stuff through like Meta Match, those things where you get an audience from from LinkedIn, and then you match it, and then you can find those folks there. But Instagram, let's talk about that. I think that's interesting. So ads on Instagram. How do you're talking about targeting as well through like meta match with LinkedIn? What sort of creatives are you thinking about? Let's talk about Instagram.